Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like. Up General Hospital recap. Valentin poisons Carly today on General Hospital. Tracy strikes back at Martin. Trina tells Kai about Spencer. And Jason and Sunny discuss who is out to get him. At the hospital, Isaiah asks Willow if she's ready to head into battle, and that, hopefully, the ER is quiet tonight. Trina sits alone in her apartment and has missed calls from her parents. Kai knocks on the door to see if she's okay. Trina calls out that she's fine and just needs to be alone. Kai talks through the door and says he gets it, and when she is ready not to be alone, he'll be there for her like she was for him. He leaves a gift bag, but Trina opens the door and says perhaps she doesn't want to be alone. Trina invites him in, and they sit down. She tells him about Spencer. She explains she's moving on, but Emma's gift triggered her and brought her grief back. It sneaks up on her every now and then. She fills him in on her and Spencer's story, and that he died saving her life. Trina feels she's taken this to a dark place, but Kai insists he wants to know all of her, even the dark and depressing parts. He says the more he gets to know her, the more beautiful she is, and they kiss. He tells her happy birthday and finally gives her his gift bag. He says she can open it when she's ready and thanks her for telling him about Spencer. He tells her to have a good night and takes off. Once alone, she opens the bag, and inside is a framed photo of them and the paintings they created at the gallery. At the Quartermain mansion, Tracy yells for Sasha from the living room. She needs tea, so Sasha goes to get it. Gio returns from Trina's party, and Tracy asks if he saw any government officials or a bulldozer out there. He says no, and Brooklyn asks her granny what she's up to. Sasha brings Tracy and the others tea, and Tracy tells Brooklyn, Chase, and Gio that she is securing the family. And this thing with the family crypt has gotten out of control. She blasts Chase for siding with the enemy, but Gio interrupts and says Chase was just following the law. However, maybe there is a way to make the law work for her. Tracy says, as it should, got to run. Tracy heads out. They all sit down to enjoy tea, and Brooklyn thanks them all for being patient with her granny. Chase says nobody should have to move their deceased family members, and Sasha calls what Drew is doing distasteful and creepy. Sasha says Tracy goes down to the crypt 3 times a week at least, and visiting her family really matters to her. Chase says Drew didn't have to do this, and he was only doing it to hurt Tracy. Brooklyn says Drew has picked a fight with the wrong broad. Later, Gio helps Sasha clean up, and they chat about Tracy and how she's taken them in, even if they aren't a part of the family. Chase and Brooklyn cuddle on the couch, and he tells her she's a lot like Tracy. Brooklyn typically would have said she's more like Gloria, but now she is rethinking that. Chase wonders what is going on with Gloria and her. She shuts all the doors for privacy and tells Chase that her grandmother knew about her pregnancy. She explained that her mom confided in her grandma and that they kept it from her. Brooklyn feels she should have been told about this and then tells him that Lulu knows the truth as well. All she knows is her mom talked to Martin about her baby and Lulu found out. Chase wonders why she was talking to Martin and if she could be looking for her baby. Brooklyn says her relationship with her mom and grandma now feels different as they kept secrets from her. Brooklyn realizes she's doing the same thing to him. He says he loves her, and nothing she can say will change that. She prays that's true, and never told him who her baby's father was. She tells Chase that it is Dante. Martin drops by Laura's place to check on his sister, who must be relieved that her granddaughter is home safe. He thinks things are starting to look up for their family. Laura hopes Lulu can get to know Martin now without the shadow of Valentin looming over them. There is a knock at the door, and Laura isn't expecting anyone. It's Anna and a federal marshal. Laura asks what is going on. Anna explains they are here to serve an arrest warrant for Martin. Martin says he hasn't done anything wrong. And what is he being charged with? Anna says, apparently, he's being extradited to California for failing to pay alimony to one of his ex-wives, whose name is not listed on the warrant. Martin says he's not behind on any payments. Tracy shows up to gloat, and Martin realizes this is all Tracy's doing. She admits it is. They discuss the suspect who bombed his penthouse, and that Sonny updates Jason on Michael's progress and vows the person who did this to him will pay. Jason says the 5 families wouldn't have access to this type of bomb, so Sonny thinks they should focus on Sidwell. However, he knows Sidwell is a smart man, so why would he come after his family? Sonny asks Jason, aside from Sidwell, who else might want to come after him. Jason reminds him very few people will have access to the tech in that bomb, and the intelligence community often uses it. It also doesn't match the warehouse bomb Sidwell used. Sonny wonders if someone in the intelligence community wants to take him out. He ponders if it could be Jack Brennan, but quickly realizes he wouldn't risk hurting one of Carly's kids. Sonny asks Jason to talk to Anna for him. Sonny also brings up the Sasha situation. He asks Jason to take good care of her, as Brando's wife is connected to both of them. Jason returns to the mansion, and Sasha is glad he's home as they need to talk about the baby. In Brennan's Metro courtroom, Carly downs some glasses of champagne as Valentin lurks outside the room. Brennan comes out of the bathroom, and she asks what took him so long. Suddenly, Carly says she doesn't feel good and collapses. Brennan catches her and calls her name. Outside, Valentin smirks upon hearing Brennan calling Carly's name, and he walks away. Carly passes out, and Brennan calls 911 and tells them to ready the ER to pump Carly's stomach as she's ingested an unknown poison. Back at Laura's, Anna must go, and Laura asks Tracy what this is all about. Tracy explains she found out about the nice commission Lucy made selling Valentin's house, which Martin made a nice amount of money off of too, and he forgot to report it as income. Martin says he was going to report it, and this doesn't make sense as all his exes live on the East Coast. He then recalls he married one in Lay. He says this ex-wife is bad, the worst, and she makes Blair look nice. Laura asks Tracy what they have to do to make this go away. Tracy says Martin plotted to uproot her family's crypt. Laura says that Martin was only working for his client, and this is all Drew's doing. Martin says he would never let Drew go through with getting anyone disinterred, but then he goes off on how the law was on Drew's side. Laura tries to shut him up, but Tracy says she's done and tells the marshal to do his job. Martin is arrested. At the hospital, Jack assigns one USB agent to guard Carly's room and sends the other with the bottle to find out what the poison is. Isaiah says they have Carly stabilized but need to know what the poison is. Jack says he's working on it. Willow thinks they should call Sonny, but Jack says this is a matter of national security and forbids it. Isaiah and Willow get back to Carly, whose pulse is declining along with her breathing. Anna arrives, and Brennan tells her what is happening. That's when he gets the call, and it's polonium poisoning. All in black, Valentin breaks into his old house and retrieves a small block of documents and passports hidden in the chimney. Sonny appears with a gun and asks, "Forget something." On the next General Hospital, Chase exclaims to Brooklyn, "It changes everything." Lulu asks Dante, "Does that make me a selfish jerk?" Brad is on the phone in a panic. Lucas wakes up shirtless in bed as Marco stands in a towel and asks, "How you feeling, sleepyhead?" Anna tells Brennan, "Let's hope it gets here in time." Vaughn tells Joss that nobody can ever know what she's really doing. Sasha tells Jason that Michael is the one at risk. Holding a gun on Valentin, Sonny says, "What's the matter? Cat got your tongue."